Hello, everybody. I am back with another 3D Mario game. My second favorite 3D Mario game, to be exact. Let's delete. Man, I have so many files. I've played this game so many times that this kind of stuff happens. So let's start a new game. So I just want to give a little bit of preamble. The year was 2017, or 2016 actually. The Switch was just revealed. We had seen snippets of the next 3D Mario game. It was the Sand Kingdom. We did not know what this game was, but we just knew it was a brand new 3D Mario game. Then we got the Switch presentation, and they showed off Odyssey, and I was through the roof. This game looked amazing. Mario in a city level. Whoa, that does not happen. We don't get those. Whoa. And then we seen Cappy for like a brief minute, and then the second trailer, the one that showed up at E3 2017. Oh my god. That trailer. There's a rule of thumb with these newer 3D Mario games, starting from 3D World. The second trailer always makes the game look even better than the first one. This happened with 3D World. This happened with Odyssey. This happened with Donkey Kong Bonanza. The second trailer always sells me on the game. And it sure as hell did with Mario Odyssey. I played the game, and I'm going to be honest, it was good. It was really good. But it wasn't like something that I really, really liked or understood. Until recently. Like, let's say last year, I continuously played the game over and over and over again. Until I realized something. I really like this game. I really like this game a lot. And I am so excited. I'm so excited to show myself playing the game for you. And for me, mainly for my footage that I need to be recorded. But for you as well, dear viewer. So, allow me to take you on this journey that we call Super Mario Odyssey. Starting off strong already. Look at the strands on Mario's hair, man. Oh no, he bounced off the cap. It was a boomerang attack. Watch out, Mario! Oh my god, hopefully this is the last time I ever have to hear this voice clip. I'm so tired of it. Enough. We've overused it. It's about time. Now that we have the new voice actors, let's just try something else. It's amazing how many times they are able to do this plot. And we begin. In the Cap Kingdom. I feel the tap on my controller. Surprise! Look at this Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas looking world, man. You don't usually start out a Mario game like this. So they usually want you to follow him up here, chase him. You don't have to, but I'll do it for footage. Why not? Frogs with hats. I love it. Who are you? You're not one of them, are you? What do you mean them? Who? Hi, Cappy. Sorry for running away like that. You startled me, and I too startle easily. I saw what happened earlier. You've been through quite the ringer. You've landed in the Cap Kingdom. We've been under attack by the same monster that gave you such a trouncing. And to make matters worse, the fiend has kidnapped my little sister. This is so random, bro. It's so random. He's just like, oh yeah, so you kidnap Peach and you're also saving this, you're also saving their sister. Sure, why not? I'd hoped to give chase to that monster in a ship of my own. Unfortunately, all of our airships were wrecked in the attack. Although, now that I think on it, I'm fairly certain there's a functioning ship in the next kingdom over. I could get us there, if only I could reach the top of the Top Hat Tower, which is being currently guarded by the monster's henchmen. You know, it seems that we were after the same thing. Perhaps we should team up. Let's see if we can't help those two. My iconic hat. No, it's gone. You're throwing off the whole rhythm of the outfit, man. How about this? Oh yeah, Cappy is now your companion. Now, how did Mario know he can do that? That's my thing. Wow. Notice how all the frogs are gone? I wonder why. All the frogs are gone the minute you get Cappy. This is the best 3D Mario moveset ever created. So far. I'm sure in the next 3D Mario game, whenever we get that, they're gonna blow us away with how the movement is. Because, oh my god. The only thing it's missing... The only thing it's missing is, like, the wall jump. From those games. From, sorry, those games. What am I talking about? From Sunshine and, From Sunshine and Galaxy. Possibly even 3D World. Like, the movement in this game is insanely good, but I feel like one thing that is lacking is the wall jump. This movement is what I would say, it feels a lot more grounded. Alright. The versatility of this movement, man. Are you headed to Top Hat Tower? And there goes the birds again. So if you didn't know, I don't know what game it started with, but Nintendo likes to use these birds to indicate where to go. Just like a subtle hint. They don't really, like, ever talk about it. But it's something that I've noticed. Ow! Okay, and also, unlike Galaxy... I got a heart back. Unlike Galaxy, where you can regain your health by using coins. That's no longer the case. You have to use hearts. And also checkpoint flags. That's it. Alright. I don't know what those frogs are doing there, but let's try and go up. Why would I throw you at a frog, Cappy? What are you talking about? See, I got up there just fine. What are you talking about? That ledge is awfully high. That's no excuse for Jumpman. I'm the Jumpman. Oh my god, I can properly backwards jump. That ledge is awfully high? What are you talking about? I'm sure I can make it. I could, Alright, you win. Let's throw you at a frog. Look how everything looks so realistic in this game. Even the textures on Mario looks realistic. Oh, what's going on? Whoa. Those realistic pictures of a frog. I love it. You've captured a frog! Alright, here's the main gimmick of the game. Possession. Or they call it capturing. Same difference. So, one of the things that is really... I would say, like, I guess it's a bit interesting. I don't find it that interesting anymore because I've played this game so many times. But... basically, your cap throw is, it functions similar to the spin from Mario Galaxy, the Galaxy games. But it also functions as, like, your way to power, quote-unquote, power up in this game. I wouldn't really say power up. It's more like a transform. It's your transform button. Transform to things, you can capture things that you think you can capture, and if you do, well, you possess that, you possess those, enemies, or whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be enemies. Bye, little frog. Doesn't even have to be enemies. It could be stuff like this frog over here, and he's gone, never mind. Even trees can be possessed. For some reason. Anything that you think you might be able to capture, just throw your cap at it. Throwing your cap is like the be-all, end-all button. So not only is it like the spin from Mario Galaxy, it is also your, it's also a bit more than that. Now, I have a lot of choice words about... oh, look, a checkpoint flag. I have some choice words about, like, capturing in this game, like possession. But I will say this. It's a fun mechanic, but it's not like it's, like, brand new to the series to transform into things. We've had Boo Mario. Hell, we even had, the P-Wing... or, sorry, not the P-Wing. The P-Balloon. Which turned you into Balloon Mario, and you transformed into like a floating thing. All right, let me shut up for a minute. Now we're introduced to the Koopalings. I mean, the Broodals. Hey, the boss warned me there'd be a fellow with a mustache coming along. Guess we ought to introduce ourselves. We're the wedding planners for the happy couple. They call us the Brutals. We got that treasure we needed, so we ain't got no more business in these parts. Of course, roughing up Goody Two-Shoes meddlers was in the contract, so I guess we still got a little work to do. And also to explain. It'll make a lot more sense in the Sand Kingdom, but in this game, all the kingdoms, for the most part, are tied to the story in some way. They aren't just, you're going to the desert world, you're going to the grass world, you're going to this world, right? There are story reasons why you have to go there. Mainly because Bowser took something from there for the wedding. And you will see it show up in the wedding. And as he just mentioned, he took the treasure that was here. The treasure being Cappy's sister Tiara. Now, I actually don't think he took anything from this next world, but hold on. And then we have the title drop. Super Mario Odyssey. Ah, man, I love this game so much. I don't know if you could tell, because I'm way more talkative now. I was talkative in the 3D World one, of course, but this I gotta talk about this one. I just love this game. Cascade Kingdom, here we are. Mario seems like he's not having a very fun time right now. Our first Power Moon. Whew, yeah, what a ride. And we made it to the Cascade Kingdom. Sorry, still a bit amped from capturing a power line. Must collect myself. There should be an old airship somewhere around here. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can't find it. Okay. Let's do that. And we begin our adventure for real this time. Remember, throw your cap at anything. Anything that seems like you should throw it, throw it. Alright. Look at these cute little enemies. Chain Chomp. So you can capture a Chain Chomp and do this. Did we get our first? Well, hold on. Let's break some more things. Ow. So, okay. With this game, it shares a lot of DNA from not just the sandbox 3D Mario games like Sunshine and 64, but it also shares some DNA with its course clear Mario game, course clear 3D Mario games like Galaxy 2, 3D World, 3D Land. I know people don't like to count Galaxy 1 and 2 as course clear games, but let's be honest, they're course clear games in spirit. Whoa, what are those? Those were the purple coins. The alternate coin set that you collect other than normal standard coins. And I know I'm stalling because I just really want to talk about this stuff. So, how level design works in 3D World, which is how I will talk about this level here. I'll go through the level normally, which I don't usually, but I will for this demonstration. You see how we had the chain chomp here, and we cracked that wall, that stone, so we know that the chain chomp can break stone. And now we're rewarded with our power moon. Our first power moon. We're learning. Multi-moon atop the falls. Okay, so two things, right? So, oh, we found a power moon. What a lucky break. This will come in handy to power the airship. Have you ever seen anything like it? Yes, I have. Thousands of times, because I played this game a lot. So, yes. Chain Chomp. We learned that we can possess a Chain Chomp, break rock. Right? Now we can move forward. We also gotta look for our ship. And lo and behold, there it is. Ah, there it is! This is what we were looking for. It's looking a bit more rough than I'd expected. Ah, no. It's just an older model. I'm certain it can still fly. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Just throw me on that globe over there. Alright, let's do that. Oh. Huh? Nothing's happening. That power moon must not have given it enough... That power moon must not have given the ship enough energy. I wonder if we can find more around here. So we need 4 more. Okay, we need 4 more moons. Well, now the place has just opened up to us a little bit. So we had that chain chomp there. Well, first let's go up here. All right, there's another checkpoint flag. Oops. Ah, see, here we have 3 more chain chomps. Now, what we do is we do the exact same thing we did with the other chain chomps. We can break them and well, not break the chain chomps, but we can crash them into things. So let's do that. Boom. Oh, and see over here? Let's do the same thing we did with that other rock back there in this beginning and do this. And look at that! Ow! Well, I didn't want you to look at me get hurt, but we got another moon. Chomp through the rocks. Ah, see, that's... Looks like something's in the way for right now. I guess we gotta go back later. Alright. Another checkpoint flag. So we basically just went around. We could have just went straight through, but... Oh, what's that up there? A T-Rex. Now, makes sense. This is a Jurassic level. So, it's only natural we'd have a dinosaur here. But, it's not all we can do. We could also capture it. Let's break everything here. And we can kill everything here. Honestly, this feels like the super mushroom from 3D World. This feels like the exact same type of moment. Kaboom! Out of here. Whoa. Let's break that. Let's break this too? Oh, doesn't look like he can? What else can I break? Let's break this. Let's break that. Yeah, you can't really do much with the T-Rex other than break stuff, but it is a pretty cool spectacle. Oh my. It's still a pretty cool spectacle. So for now, we're just gonna let go of him. Now that we've cleared the way out. You know what, let's go to the side. Why not? This is something you could also do in Odyssey. You break stones, pick them up, and well, and just get coins. Sometimes, well, you'll see later on. I won't even say anything yet. I see more birds up there. The birds always tell you the way to go. Or if there's secrets. Alright, now we're coming up to something pretty interesting. We have these pixel murals that show up every so often in some levels. I don't know if pixel murals is like their preferred name, but that's what I call them. So you go into a pixelated looking pipe, like the one right here, and then you end up in 8-bit. These are just 2D sections where you just jump around doing platforming. Who knows, maybe there might be moons here. And would you look at that? There's a moon right here. The real fun part about this game is you just think if you can go there, and just think if you can go there and try. I'm sure you could possibly get there. That's a question you'll be asking a lot. Oh, there's birds right here. Wow, would you look at that? Oh, and there's more chain chomps right here. You know the drill. Ah, so now you got to do it like this. You got to line them up. Alright. Oh. See, the birds tell you where to go, as usual. And now we have Madame Brutal, the boss of this area. And look at that! She has 3 moons. What's this? You say you need to repair some silly old airship? Why, I could never part with any of my precious power moons. It sounds to me like someone wants to be a snack for my adorable chain chompykins. Doggy! Alright. And we have Chain Chomp as a boss. Madame Brutal and her pet Chain Chomp. And you know the drill by now. We can possess a Chain Chomp. So what we've learned is we learned from the very bottom that we can possess a Chain Chomp, and we got our first moon from that. Then we got our second moon from doing the exact same thing again, but there were 3 Chain Chomps. Then we use the chain chomps over there to go forward. And now, final test. For now, at least. And now we could use it to damage her. Ow. Let's do it again. Ah, you missed. Alright. One more time. Ooh, she's big mad. And let's do it again. Whoa! Whoa! She looks a little tired there. Boom! Right in her face. Oh my god, we killed her pet. Oh my god. We killed her chain chomp. Well, that's alright. Now we have what we call a triple moon. Let's spin on over. Now, a funny aspect about 3D Mario games that people really did not like, me included, were the boot outs. Whenever you'd collect a star or a shine sprite or another star or whatever, you would get booted out of the level and then you have to go back in. Mario Odyssey tries to fix that issue. However, that does not mean boot out has gone away. What you saw right there with even when we got our first power moon and it shifted the level design, and then we had this multi-moon, or triple moon rather, or sorry, multi-moon, and it loaded us back over here. You've done it, and now we've got a multi-moon. It's as strong as 3 power moons combined. It should get the ship moving in no time. Let's see if we can make this work. Throw me on that globe. See, that felt like a full level right there, huh? The Odyssey is back in action. Let's do it. Now we go to our first real level. We've had like 2 introductions so far. We have enough fuel to reach the Sand Kingdom. Let's go save those 2. Why don't you take the helm? Just select Sand Kingdom and press A. We'll be off. Alright. I'm gonna be honest, this level map, I hate it. Not because it's bad or anything. It's just really boring. But it is what it is. I feel like we've gotten even worse than 3D Lands and Galaxy 2's map somehow. Ooh, sound issues. Oh, that was a little cute. Here we go! So, how do you like me as a captain hat? Pretty classy, wouldn't you say? Now then, where were you? Where were we? The monster's name is Bowser? Well, we'll chase him down in no time in the Odyssey. Seeing as how we got some time to kill, let's review some useful skills. Okay, you can't skip these, which is okay because this is just masking a loading time. It is what it is. And plus, you know, for people who aren't accustomed to Mario games, this works fine for them because they could be like, "Oh, is this how you do this? I wouldn't have known." Mario games and a lot of Nintendo games in general try to appeal to as much people as possible. And I can respect that. Oh shoot, I missed on some lore. So, okay. I didn't read it, but basically what they were saying is when we arrive at the Sand Kingdom, it seems like Bowser stole the binding band from the Sand Kingdom. And that's the reason why we're going to the Sand Kingdom, is because, well, we have some motivation. Bowser leaving his mark on every kingdom we go to with just stealing their stuff. Ah, the Sand Kingdom. This probably is my favorite kingdom. Everybody always talks about the Metro Kingdom. I honestly think the Metro Kingdom is so boring. Huzzah! I declare the maiden voyage of the Odyssey a complete success. But why is it so cold? I thought deserts were supposed to be hot. Huh? The top of that tower is shining. But how could that be? Could it be a power moon? Here we go. Before I move, just look at Mario for a minute. Did you know, actually, this game is actually pretty similar to Breath of the Wild in some ways. They actually have a weather meter. It's not visible, but it's there. And depending on the environment Mario is in, he'll react differently. Obviously, it doesn't damage you or anything, but it is there. And look, it even has a compass to tell you where you're going. That's so cool. And then you also see the shining light. That shining light always brings you to your next destination. Or your next... Or it's more like a... I wouldn't say next destination, but it's more like a guide to bring you where you need to go if you want to go there. Why do I say if you need to go there? What was that? What made that noise? Hold on. The Odyssey. I've actually never heard this sound before. Fun fact. Well, fun little thing. You can actually go down this. And it brings you inside the Odyssey. For some reason, it's just fun. It's just dumb fun. I love it. Other ways you can go in the Odyssey is going through the door, of course. Or you could go down this. It has the ground pound symbol on it. Iconic. You can also do that. Man, I lost my train of thought because this game is just so cool. So yes, why do I say if you want to? That is because this game is truly free. You can do whatever you want for the most part. You don't even have to do the main missions of the game for the most part. You can skip them and just get the required amount of moons. You see, this Odyssey needs 16 more. That's all you need, is that number of moons. How you get them is up to you. And look at that. That bird over there is shining. Let's go over there first. Let's not even do the main thing yet. Alright, he's going to be right over here. Checkpoint flag. 3, 2, 1. And there we have it. Got a moon. Bird traveling the desert. And look, there were some birds there. And then we got another moon. Where the birds gather. That should be a hint for every 3D Mario game going forward. Just follow the birds. They know where to go. I promise you. It's pretty cold. Very true. It is pretty cold. And here we have some music notes. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Uh-oh. My timing was definitely way off. Let's try that again. Oh, got it all in one. And we got our third moon. Now, there has been some criticism levied at this game by numerous people, Mario fans and non-Mario fans included. The collectibles in this game definitely differ from the other sandbox Mario games, for sure. In where a lot of the collectibles are less about a level or a mission tied to it. Well, there are missions tied to it, but rather than bigger missions, they're more tied around, like, just finding stuff. Just doing little small things and getting rewarded for doing them. And how I feel about it is, well, that's what made me not like the game at first. Well, it made me not like it as much at first. But soon after I continuously started to play this game, the more and more I started to really appreciate the level design and, like, how they even do collectibles in the first place. Of course, not all collectibles are created equal. That is for sure. But I could also say the same thing about any other 3D Mario game. Not all collectibles are created equal. But before I get more into that, let's talk to this funny looking guy. So cold! So cold! Everything just froze all of a sudden. Toastarina Town. By the way, I'm only going to do it in 2 of the kingdoms, but we do have a shop here, actually. Now, there's a shop in every world except for thru. Actually, let me not spoil that. Let me spoil the to the one person who hasn't played this game. I'm pretty sure they probably have. But here's what I will talk about: the Crazy Cap shop. You can buy all sorts of things with coins, and the specific coins tied to each world, or tied to each kingdom, which are the purple coins. Purple coins aren't transferable. You collect them in each world, or you collect them in each kingdom, and they have specific collectibles tied to them. If you collect them out of them, oh my god, I definitely would love to get that at the end. Hopefully I can save up enough coins for that. But for now, I'm going to get the Sand Kingdom Power Moon, which is cost 100 coins. And I know it's just like, wow, what? You could buy moons? Why can't you just buy a collectible in this game? Isn't that kind of cheap? But if you really think about it, I will get the whole set later. Hold on. I just need to collect a bit more. Let me find more. I will not be changing outfits too often in this game. I just want to let it be known. Oh, and the zap line things are back from the Cap Kingdom. But yes, back to collectibles. Specifically even talking about the one I was just talking about with, you can buy a moon. you could buy moons in this game, which is like, why would you ever? Isn't that like a cheap thing to do? Like, why would you like? I feel like some people could say, why would you make it so readily available because you get coins in abundance in this game? Or why should you just be able to buy a moon in this game? Isn't that like antithetical to collecting stuff in this game? The whole game is about collecting. Oh, get another moon right here. And I bring to you, dear hypothetical, the hypothetical question. Another question. Oh, actually an answer to that. Never mind. I don't have another question to that. You were able to buy moons in... Sorry. You were able to collect 100 coins in all the other 3D Mario games. Except maybe the Galaxy and 3D World and 3D Land games. But the sandbox games like Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario Sunshine and 64, you were able to collect 100 coins and you got a Shine Sprite or a star for each level. It is the exact same thing here. You are collecting 100 coins and you are just buying it this time. Instead of it just, oh, I collected 100 coins. Here is a moon. You can just buy it if you want to. That's just how I see it. But on the subject of collectibles, of the moons being not as satisfying to get as other collectibles like the Shine Sprites or the stars in 64 or the stars in even Galaxy 1 and 2. To that I say, that's true. I actually agree with you. That's a pretty valid thing to say. But then I raise you this. Maybe the game isn't trying to have their collectibles be like that. In my opinion, I think they're trying to go for something completely new entirely. Especially with how spacious. Look how big this level is. This is probably one of the biggest levels in the game, actually. Look how big this level is. And surprisingly enough, it doesn't really use most of it for anything interesting. But, hey. What it does have is some fun moons. There's a reason why this is my favorite kingdom in the game. Let's talk to this guy. There's a prize in this party room, but to find it, you'll have to feel it. Walk around, feel the rumble. Let it move you to the prize. Okay, so this one is a gimmick moon. So you have to feel the rumble of your controller. And then you walk to it, and the rumble gets louder, and it gets right there. A rumble from the sandy floor. All right. Oh, there's another door we can go right here. And we can try the roulette. Play some slots. The Tostarena game that's winning worldwide fame. It's 10 coins to play. What do you say? A power moon can be won. Try it. It's fun. Sure. I got enough coins for that. Yay. I was doing gambling in 3D World, and now I'm doing gambling here. But this time for moons. Well, that's definitely not what I wanted, but hey, not bad. I just made my coins back. Yay, slots away. Okay, that's one. Look, the music is getting hyper. Okay. Aw, that's disappointing. This game is rigged. Now, as for the collectibles, right? Yeah. Let's try it again. The, the collectibles don't feel as... Oh, shit. The collectibles don't feel as satisfying to pick up. I think it's because there are way more of them, so it doesn't feel as special. So that's something I could also see. The way I've started to, after playing this game over and over again, I tried to understand why they would even go for this. Now I have heard that, like, because this game was on a Switch, which is a handheld device hybrid, they wanted you to also be playing in short bursts as well. Where it's just like you're not always going to be playing this game. Maybe you just want to grab a couple moons and then that's it. So it's just like, to that I could also understand. It's like a scavenger hunt in a way. But then it's not even just that. I wanted to analyze it more deeply. And before we do that, let's gamble again. There we go. There's my moon. Sand Kingdom slots. And look at that. We almost got halfway. We already almost got half the amount we need to even leave this kingdom. But obviously, like I said, you can leave without doing the main story missions. But I'm not gonna. You ever get lost? Head for that bright glowy light, okay? And that could be said for the rest of the kingdoms as well. They will always have a guide to show you where you need to go, or where you could go. Back to me talking about the collectibles again. Not feeling it satisfying. Like I was saying, I actually disagree. Where it's just like, how do I put it? I saw the craziest couple come racing past on their way to the ruins. I figure they're still out that way. Dressed like us, party like us. That's what we say anyway. But your hat and clothes, they need a little local color. Look around, you got the idea. Alright. Let's try and find one more purple coin. I'm sure there's one around here somewhere. There's gotta be one somewhere. Oh yeah, before I do that. Ow. Let's not do that again. Let's go here. I wonder where this leads. Eee! Whoa! You scared the teeth out of me. Want to shop? Use the front door, please. Now that's a funny little moon. This game is all about, can you do this? Where does this lead? If I do this, what happens? That's the three main questions you'll be asking throughout this game. And I haven't felt like that with any other game in this franchise. Except for, like, maybe 3D World. And speaking of 3D World, there's a reason I bring that up. I wanted to segue into something that I feel like only I've maybe discovered. I'm not really sure. It's a little presumptuous of me to say that, but what an odd stone. I feel like it's pretty presumptuous of me to say that, but I just haven't seen anybody talk about it, so correct me if I'm wrong. But this game has a lot in common with 3D World. And you might be thinking, well, Mario Odyssey is a collectathon sandbox platformer, and Mario 3D World is a course clear game. What could they have in common? Somehow, a lot more than you would expect. So, on the, we have enough so we can go get the costume at the shop. So let's do that first. But on the subject of collectibles, 3D World had the collectibles called Green Stars. And there's like 3 in each level, and some that are strewn between like some obstacle, a gauntlet of challenges. Um, and the thing is, they always those collectibles, the green stars, they've always felt like that same kind of question, where it's like, can I do this? If I go over there, what will I find? And it usually leads to a green star. The moons are literally just that in droves. They're green stars. They're even done in the same way, how they're presented. You collect enough green stars to progress in 3D worlds. It's the same thing with this game. You collect a certain amount of moons, and then you can progress. Let's put it on now. And let's put the poncho on now. Alright. Mario is looking pretty dapper, if I do say so myself. Now let's go back to the guy who denied us entry before. But yes, using green stars to progress in 3D world, where you needed a certain amount to progress, and if you didn't, you'd just have to backtrack. Just search in areas that you didn't expect to find. That's what 3D world courses were like, where it's just like, you had the main linear course, but you also had like, what's over here? This is hinting at maybe I could go here. Can I do this? Can I do that? That's what Odyssey feels like throughout the entire game. That's what the entire game feels like. Even down to the level structure and how it does its level design somehow feels like 3D World as a collectathon. Except that it's based around one central idea. Like 1 or 2 central ideas for each world. Oh, there was actually some right here. I didn't even have to travel that far. Alright, we get to party. And you get a moon. That was fun. And then we got the classic sub area room. This is how the sub areas have always looked throughout even Galaxy 1. I feel like it started with that. At least for 3D Mario games fair. So yeah. So how 3D World structures its level design, it feels like this is the exact same way Odyssey does it, except that it expands on it even more. So we're gonna see how much we collected, and we didn't even get to the main story yet. So let's go to the main story. Look, Bowser's footprints. When the music starts, ow. When the music starts, you know that's when you know the level started. Hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. And look at that. These things are back, except they're a brand new model. And hold on, let me take these guys out first. This time around, you don't just look into them. You can throw your cap at them. Boom. Look around. There we go. You see that moon up there? That's our destination. That's where we gotta go. Now, if you remember, as I discussed in the Cascade Kingdom, how the level design works for that kingdom, we're gonna see that used again in this kingdom, where that kingdom was about chain chomps, you possessing a chain chomp, and the ways you can be a chain chomp is twisted. Well, now we're Bullet Bill. And we're going to use that to get 2 moons. One over here. Ow. And one over here. We only need 5 moons left, but we're going to continue. Okay, I wasn't gonna do this, but I will do it anyway. Screw it. Come here. Oh no, wait. That's not what I wanted to do. Well, we got our first death, but we'll try it again. We'll just try it again. Alright, let's let it come all the way over here. Oh no. There's like a specific part of the ledge you gotta do it at. Hold on. I'll get it eventually. I know I'm distracting from the story part, but I just want to do this. Ow. You should follow me, actually. Ah. Wait, hold on. Wait, let's try that again. Alright, let's try it right here. Okay, that's not gonna work. As you can see, I am fumbling hard. No, I'm kidding. I'm not fumbling that hard. But I was gonna say, actually, as you can see, the long jump has returned from past 3D Mario games. There we go. That's what I was missing. There we go. There's Jaxie. There's actually a different way you can do this, but this is just how I chose to do it.
How you doing? I'm what you call a Jaxie. You want a ride? It'll be 30 coins. So what? You doing some sightseeing? You gotta check out the inverted pyramid.
Alright. Now we have Jaxie. He can run on poison, and he is very, very fast. I just want to say that I'm not doing a 100% playthrough, but there is some things I want to talk about, so I will do them. So we have Jaxie, and now we have a dedicated Jaxie section. So let's do that. Aha! So the music notes are back. Let's hope I don't fumble this. Oh! First try. Okay. Alright, dismount for a minute. The music notes were back, and that was fun. Alright. So let us go up here. Oh god, don't die. Don't die. Oh. There we go. Now about these challenge rooms, like the one we just did now. There are always 2 in every room. One hidden, or just by like an alternate challenge, or... Sorry, I had to sneeze. And there's a main one that's usually on like a pedestal or at the end of the challenge. It's really cold, sorry. But yeah, that was that. Didn't have to do that, but... Alright, back to the main course. I've distracted long enough. Okay, so bullet bill. Ow. So bullet bills are this kingdom's gimmick. Same how in Cascade Kingdom, chain chomps were the main gimmick of that world and their possession. Now bullet bills. Now bullet bills are this kingdom's main gimmick. And here we have another pixel mural. Alright, and we're back here. And look at that, a moon in a crate. But how do you get there? Well, I'm waiting for him, but there we go. Let us take the bullet bill back. If you notice down here, there is a flip switch here. Let's throw our hat on it. Ow. Silent but deadly. And what's here? Oh wow, another moon. And, well, like I said, the moon philosophy, the moon mission philosophy, and like 64 stars and Sunshine's Shine Sprites philosophy are definitely a lot different. Here we have another mural. Oh yeah, if you didn't notice, We could actually leave the kingdom right now if we wanted to. If you see up there, there was a tally for how much I needed. And all the markers have been filled, so I actually don't need to stay in this kingdom anymore. I could just leave. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do the main story mission. Ooh, what's over here? Another moon, perhaps? Alright. And that was that. And that was a level right there. The whole bullet bill thing, that was what I count as a level. And the way it signified that is having that pedestal. And now we're in the next section of this world, which is the next level, Moon Shards in the Sand. So we came from all the way over there. See, that's where the Odyssey is, right over there. And we went through a straight path, climbed up here. And whenever you see these pedestals, you know that like this signifies the end of a level. And then you go to the next level. And as you can see, there were so many detours that we took that it's just like, yeah. So now we can ride on this thing. These are hat launchers. You can throw your hat in it as you can with everything in this game. You just throw your hat at it and something will happen. Let's start with this. And there's some there were some coins there. Whoa. These enemies were also in Galaxy. We could actually jump down anytime we want, but I won't. I'll wait. See that other guiding light right here? Another pedestal? Another moon pedestal, which indicates that we are in the right spot for the next level. Moai habitat. And now we have the second main gimmick of this level, or this kingdom, the Moais. Now, the interesting thing about the Moais is that let's try capturing them. Pretty cool, right? But that's not all they can do. They don't just run around. As you can see the prompt there, it says put on and take off shades. So they reveal paths that are hidden to the naked eye, but Moais can apparently see when they put shades on. But you also notice that there are birds here. Like I said, birds reveal secrets. Remember this anytime you play a 3D Mario game. Birds reveal secrets. And you know, even if you take the shades off, the platforms still exist. They're just hidden. So now we have a collect 5 of a thing. In this case, it's 5 moon shards. And to do that, we got to use the main mechanic of this gimmick, which is finding the hidden platforms. Alright. There's moon chip number 4. And you see birds were near it. I told you. Birds always reveal. And see, even here. Birds reveal again. I don't know if you could tell, but I really love this game. Okay, so that was a little section right there. And we do not need him anymore. That was Bowser. That Bowser sure was stomping around in a huff. All right, that's the end of that section. All right, now we have the next level, Showdown on the Inverted Pyramid. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, you know what these small little sections that, well, they are technically levels. They follow a linear progression, but you don't have to do them. You have to do them in order, actually. So in many ways, this game does have some linearity to it. But you know what those sections remind me of, actually? They remind me of Galaxy. They remind me of, like, when you're taking, like, you do, like, one section, then you take a launch star, and then you go to the next section and do another platforming or whatever challenge. Stuff like that. And as you can see, we have another detour in the Toast Arena Northwest reaches. Now we use the bullet bills again in another challenge room. I don't know if you noticed, but it has like a light on the bullet bill's eyes, so you can know what direction you're going in. That's very neat, small detail. I don't know if you saw that, but the question of if I can go there raises rank supreme once again. Also, man, this wall jump, man. Oh god, this wall jump is terrible. That's the only bad part of this game, is that also the long jump too. It's pretty short. But regardless, now we got to use the bullet bills to traverse around sludge, and if we fall, we die. Be very careful. Okay, there was definitely something there, so let's go that way. Ah! There we go. So this is one of the hidden moons, or the second moon of the challenge room. This is not even the main moon. Alright. Now we got to worry about moving platforms, and if we get hit once, we die. There we go, and there's the main moon right there. But before we do that, we can actually go up here. Because if you saw before, there are coins up here. You're just rewarded to just explore in this game. The reward is like, it might not always be a moon that you find. It might just be some coins, but to me it's a sign of I can go there. So, and they acknowledge that you can with coins or just something. And as we saw there, we finished that section. Like I said, 2 moons in each challenge room. It might not have that symbol on it, but you can tell when a challenge room is a challenge room. Alright, as you can see up there, the next objective, the next story, main story progression objective is up there. But we don't have to do that just yet, as you can see. And what's going on here? No, no, no! My beautiful sheep! The 3 of them have escaped, and now I'll never get them back! Oh, you mean these sheep? Here, sheep. Now, before I bring him back over there... Okay, this one I can't really defend. I don't know why this is here. There's just a random... There's just a moon here. Lost in the... Yeah, I can't really defend that one. That's kind of just there. Can't really defend those. I can defend a lot of the other moons, but I can't defend that one. The ones where you just ground pound the dirt, or ground pound the ground. I can't defend those. You stay over there. Alright. Let's find the last sheep. Because clearly he can't go around and find the sheep himself because he's so lazy. I always lose track of where the last sheep is, honestly. Where is it? Where's that final sheep? I know it's around here somewhere. Well, rolling around at the... Oh, there we go. There's the final sheep. It was hiding right here. Alright. Uno. What are you doing? You did that, not me. What are you doing? Get back here. Nobody told you to go into a cactus. Dos. Tres. Cuatro, cinco, seis. I'll be taking that moon. Thank you very much. And over here, we actually have a sphinx. What's up, man?
Greetings, traveler, and to your hat as well. Can you answer my riddle? What does the thieving monster desire from this land?
So we have a little bit of a quiz here. I don't know why they keep putting them in these games. Like, it's also in Mario Wonder as well. It's also in DK Bonanza. Don't know why they do this. I guess it's a little thing. I don't mind it too much. So what does Bowser want from this land? So if you were paying attention, he wanted the binding band, which is a ring.
You are correct. Perhaps that wasn't much of a riddle. Anywho, proceed.
Now, he opens this up, right? And that's going to lead to something. But you can also talk to him again.
Have you not been asked enough questions yet? Let's us see how you do with this one. The one who gallops across the sand. How many coins are required to get on its back?
Like a billion. Nah, it's 30.
Yes, correct. You are a formidable one.
Is that it?
No, there is more. If you require questions, I have another. See if you can answer a third time. The foreign visitor traveling by a car. What stopped his journey?
Ice?
Well now, 3 correct answers. Well done, traveler.
How about one more?
I have been saving this one. Answer me this. Atop the inverted pyramid, how many statues of sand gallopers are there?
Like at least Uh-oh. Ha 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 ha! I knew it! I knew that you couldn't keep the streak going. No one could. Your answer is incorrect. 4. That is correct, but did you really knew that? There were 6, but 1 is gone, leaving 5. Did you guess? You guessed, didn't you? You're a guesser. At least he knew. Persistent. Very well. It is time for the real test. This will be your final question, and no guessing. What is my name? Suffix Wizard, Quiz Kitty, Mr. Question Face, or Sphinx? I'm gonna go with Sphinx. What? How? I am without speech. Here, take this and get out of my sight. That was fun. I have no more questions for you. Now we get to go into a room with gold. Another sub area. And a moon. So we got 2 moons out of that. That was fun. Whoa. Oh, we're right back here. Well, that was fun. So, okay, we've done a lot over here. There can't be more to do, right? Right? I mean, we've exhausted how much stuff we can do around this area at this moment, right? No, we can call it for Jaxie. Let's do that. Alright, Jaxie. Actually, there's one more moon that I believe we can... Whoa! Anyways, this is the... See, look at the birds. The birds reveal. Get away. Now, this obviously doesn't look like a normal cactus. What do we do here? As this arrow indicates, that, might I add, also looks like a hat. Let's move the cactus a little bit, so we can possess the cactus. Like I said, just try anything. And lo and behold, we get a moon. Wandering cactus. Okay, that's all I'll do for now. Let's go back to the main story. There's just so many detours you can do. This is like the most ADHD game ever made. Alrighty. Now we continue with the bullet bill feed. We gotta use that bullet bill to come over here. Alright. Another pixel mural. And what is this? Now, if any of you ever played Galaxy, you would know that these are also in Galaxy. These things that bring you, oh gosh. They bring you up and down. Up and down. Alright. We are in the outside area. Still in the mural, because we didn't, we didn't technically exit out of it, so we're still in the pixel mural. But now we're outside. And, okay, so we could go down here and continue, but if you notice, there's still a little bit over here, so let's go over here. And we got a moon. Alright. Continuing this. We could do that, but let's do this first. Can I go in here? Whoa, would you look at that? You can. Like I said, go anywhere. Literally anywhere and see if you can do it. You might get rewarded. Alright, now let's bring another bullet bill back. The thing is with this game, they do not let a single room go to waste. There will always be a moon in at least one room. Alright, here's the main story objective. Oh, the Brutals are back. Looking for the Binding Man chumps? Too bad. The boss has it now. And you guys ain't invited to the wedding. And here we have Harriet. I didn't introduce the other one, but they're the first one, but their name is Topper. Whoa. Ow. That hurt. The thing about these, oh my god, whoa. Whoa. Now looking so good, Mario. Well, we did it. Alright. There's our pseudo boot out, which brings us back to the Odyssey, and now it's night, and the pyramid is lifted. The hole in the desert. So, like I said, pseudo boot out. we basically have to go all the way back. That brutal slowed us down a bit, but we're still racking up power moons. How odd. The inverted pyramid is floating, and it's gotten so much colder. Is this more of that Bowser's doing? I say, he does make trouble, doesn't he? Alright. Now let's continue. Whoa! Now we have zombies. Get away from me. Get away from me. This is terrible. It's gotten so much colder. Now that the inverted pyramid is floating in the air, freezing winds are blasting out of the huge pit where it was. The cold's got worse, but the shop's still open. Alrighty, let's go buy some from the shop. Hey, hey. I have a lot of money, so... I'm gonna buy one souvenir, and that's it. Just to say that we've been here, you know, you don't want to spend too much on travels because those tourist attractions always get you. You know, they always make you spend more than you need to. Oh wait, actually, before we do that, we have 1,000. So you know what that means. We unlock the underpants. This is what peak male performance looks like. Alright, so we can go back. And, you know, normally like the other 3D Mario games like Galaxy 2, you would have to literally go all the way back there. We actually already got that bird. That bird goes all the way over there. It has a pattern. So we don't actually have to go all the way back there. As you can see, I have more than enough moons. We can leave right now. But, like I said, we're not. Let's get... You could actually... Oh god, these zombies. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, they're everywhere. You can actually just zip and zap all the way up there. Well, not yet, of course. Only to... Woo! Alright, let's go down that hole. I wish this had this skating from Galaxy 1 and 2, but it is what it is. I guess Mario just forgot how to skate. Seems like there's something up there now. Oh yeah, totally. So, What do we have here? Mr. Goomba Stack. Hey, these feet don't slip on the ice. Very cool. And the best part about this is that you can add stuff to the Goomba Stack. Whoa. Alright. And as you see, there is a moon up there, so... I don't even need to get those, Woo! Well, those are all dead. I was gonna go get those purple coins, but nah, never mind. Alright, so... Now we have another bullet bill. Wait. And he has a hat. So let's try and capture him. Oh, whoa. So... Funny thing is, if anything that has a hat means it can't be captured until the hat is off. And that applies to everything in this game. Almost everything. You see there we took a little detour. And we might die. Oh no! That's our second death. If you notice in the distance, there's actually something over there. Would you look at that? Another moon. Alright, so we went through all kinds of bullet bill challenges and stuff like that. What is that? We've actually always been seeing that thing on all the imagery around this kingdom. Let's take this bullet bill and ride on in. Whoa.
Where ring go?
With the rest of the Beatles?
Ouch!
And now you gotta possess the hand. And if the movement looks familiar, that's because it uses the same type of movement as the bullet bills. So this is kind of like a final lesson of the bullet bills here. Now you have the bullet bills, and now your lesson practically is just... Gotcha. Ow. Punch. This music is pretty decent. Oh shoot, watch out. Alright. Watch out. Whoa. Ow. Right here. Alright. Now he kind of switches it up, and, boom. Doesn't matter. See, the thing is, I don't even think that was a bad guy. He just wanted his ring. But to be fair, he attacked us first. Well, let's get our multi-moon. Ooh, it's so hot now. But I do suppose that's what we were trying to accomplish. If we keep up this pace, we'll catch that Bowser in no time. Do we have enough power moves to reach the next kingdom? If you want to check, put me on that globe. Well, I'll do that in a few minutes. For now, now that we have reached... Well, thanks for telling me that, Cappy. Make our way to the next kingdom now. We could have made our way to the next kingdom like a long time ago, Cappy. I just chose not to. Now that the kingdom has... We solved the kingdom's problem. Now it's opened up even more and we can get some of the remaining moons that are here. I like it too. Okay, let's go fishing. Well, okay, well, that's not what I wanted. Where is it? It's kind of hard to see. Ah, there we go. Whoops. They'll come back. Let me see. Let me go around and try and find it. Alright. It's going to turn around and... Let me help him out. I fumbled that. I guess it's on the third one. Let's try that again. Why do I keep fumbling that? Okay, I don't really remember how to do this. I will be honest. Let's try this again. Dang it. I forgot how to do this. It's been a while. Good thing they infinitely respawn back. Alright, I don't really get it. I don't even know how I did it the first time. Did he just disappear? Okay, what am I supposed to do here? I'm saying this like now we've lost the plot. Now we've gone from commentary to now I'm just genuinely baffled. Let's help him out. Okay, so you just do it when they tap it. Okay, got it. Dang it, man. Did I scare him away? Okay, I give up. I mean, there is actually another section you can do this thing at. Apparently you can do sand fishing. Alright, let's try it with this one. Okay. Why does it feel like I can never land that? Motherfucker. Alright. I at least want to get one of them. Here, fishy fishy, stop ignoring my fish, my fishing rod. Oh my god. Screw this. What just happened? I spent so much time on that. Anyway. Let's do something more fun. Boom! Let's go on this rocket. Now, usually you're supposed to do that so you can do that, but you don't gotta do any of that. Now remember, there are 2 moons in each challenge room. Whoa! Alright, there's one right here. And we have that one. Okay, it's because I want to show it off. Hold on. Let me go on to one of the zip line things. Oh, wait. Now, I don't want to 100% this kingdom, but I do want to at least do a bunch of the challenge rooms. Oh yeah. Don't forget this moon. Now, if you look at my moon count right now, it is pretty massive, right? Alright. Alright. And here we have Glydon. Hi, Glydon. So, what can we use Glydon for? Well, it's in his name. We can glide. Well, we don't need you anymore. Bye, Glydon. He's forever running. He's like Sisyphus. There actually is a challenge room somewhere. I guess gotta find it. Ah. So what is this? The challenge room, of course. And here we have a challenge room themed around the Moais. Remember the mechanic of shades on, shades off, shades on. You get to see the thing. You get to see the hidden platforms, except this time you can't bring them with you. So you have to memorize. Ow. Ow! Let's try that again. Oh. Well, I thought I was going to be able to get that. Well, anyways. Ah, okay. This is when impatience is taking the best of me. Well, thanks to my death, there's actually coins left behind. Then we get that moon. Pretty simple. Right? But wait a minute. Remember what I said before. There's always 2 moons in each challenge room. So where could that last one be? I wonder. Well, I overshot it again. Well, it's okay. I'm gonna go back out the front door. Oh wait, there is no... Oh wait, yeah. Oh wait, yes there is. What am I talking about? And one neat detail is, once you open a challenge door, it stays open. So you knew that... You know that you've been there before. This game balances a lot together that it's just... It just really... I know I don't like to glaze, but man, the way this game is designed is just... I can't say anything other than it's genius, because it really is geniusly designed. Alright, now we have these things. These are the Scarecrow challenges. Put Cappy on them, and then you have to do a small platforming challenge without Cappy. And you have to rely on your... Oh, got it. And Mario feels pretty naked without Cappy. Well, more naked. Actually, let's go back up there. Specifically this. Let's do this. Yep, now we have a zipline that goes all the way up. And if you remember what the Sphinx said before, that... Oh, wait, hold on. Aha! The lurker under the stone. Alright. Anyways, you remember what the Sphinx said about the amount of stone structures that were here. And then you might be wondering, what's a Jaxi taxi doing? What's a Jaxi taxi bench doing up here? Fall for the Jaxi here? Yes. So, why would you need Jaxi up here? Oh, also... Well...
I know this place, but my days of standing around are done.
Yep, we just bring Jaxi back to where he was before. As you can see, wow, look how big this map is. We practically covered the entire area except over there. And I'm not going to do any of that. So, woo! We're going all the way back to the Odyssey. Or we're not. Hold on. Dude, you're up for a challenge? Everyone loves walking, right? The problem is, most don't take it seriously. That's what trace walking is all about. If you can walk like a champ, you will win a prize. Want to try? Sweet! The rules are cake. Just walk around and follow the arrows on the ground. Here's the fun part, though. The arrows disappear after a bit. You gotta score 80 points or more to win. Let's go! Alright, this is sounding like Galaxy music right now. Oh, I completely botched that circle. You'll need 80 points and you got 90 points? Oh, never mind. Alright, now we can... Alright, let's go get that Lackey 2 Moon. I still feel like I want it. We're gonna do it this time. We're gonna get those fish. You watching me, Jaxie? Come on! Come on! There we go! Alright, now we have one more fish to catch. You saw that shit, Jaxie? You saw that? Alright, let's try this one more time. This is a shy one. Where'd he go? There we go. Oops. Might have to turn around, maybe? Is that why? Where'd he go? Oh, there we go. Dang it, I did it too early. Come on, you can do it! Oh, it's Captain Toad! I got buried down here! I'm so lucky you came along! Oh, but I found a powder moon under the sand! Thanks for the rescue! What are you doing here, Captain Toad? Well, anyways, I got those 2 fish moons, and I gave up on them, and I still got them. So, hey. Now, surely we have a exuberant amount of moons, right? We don't need any more. A taxi, a taxi! You pulled up finally! Take me to the Metro Kingdom!
Sorry about the holdup. Had some car trouble you would not believe. Can't leave for Metro Kingdom yet, though. I'll promise I'll get you there. Just gotta dice the everything.
Believe it or not, there's still more moons to find. He's a pretty silly one. Where is he? Oh, the dog is gone. Let's find the dog real quick. What the dog doing? He's around here somewhere. There he is. Let's follow him. What you looking for? Look at Mario's face. Oh. Digging something up? What's that? A moon? Alright, now we have enough moons. I've been stalling long enough. Alright. Let's put it on. So we were only supposed to get 16, or at least we only had to get 16. And, well, how much did we actually get? Damn! We got 50 moons. 50. Uh-oh, we've hit a proverbial fork in the road. Which kingdom do you think Bowser went to? Honestly, he went to both of them, but we're gonna go with Lake Kingdom first. The Lake Kingdom, a splendid idea. We will go to the Lake Kingdom in the next episode. It's been real, but this was a pretty long one. We did the Cap Kingdom, we did the Cascade Kingdom, we did the Sand Kingdom. Now we're heading to the Lake Kingdom in the next one. It's been real. See ya.